Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the BoSanVer Information Evening. We run these every year to give you an insight into what we do with Beaumont, Sandringham and Verulam in a post-16 consortium, and you're most welcome. 4 people will be talking. I'm Alan Gray, I'm head teacher at Sandringham. Then you'll have Julie Richardson, the head teacher at Verulam, followed by Martin Atkinson, the head teacher at Beaumont, and finally Zoe Shepherd, who is the coordinator for the BoSanVer Trust. So a little bit about BoSanVer. It's very well known, but we need to take you through a bit of our journey. We are the most established post-16 consortium in Hertfordshire, and arguably the most successful when you look at outcomes, number of people that are involved in the sixth forms, and the way that we coordinate together what we offer you. So you can see on the screen some of the reasons why this is important. By working together, we can offer a really broad education for you, more than a single school can on its own. We can provide contribution to our local community, which is really important, and of course help you fulfill your potential. So a little bit about how things work. Every young person in any of the 3 schools receives the same entitlement. So the quality of education, the subjects you might want to choose, we offer those across the schools. But the benefit of the consortium is that if one school doesn't quite offer everything that you personally want to do, then you will be able to study a subject at one of the other schools. And we link together to make sure that that happens. Every year we do a regular check on the quality of education to make sure that it's the standard that you would expect, and that wherever you are, whether you're at Beaumont or Sandringham or Verulam, you're getting the same quality of education. We, as teachers, work very closely together, which is very exciting. So we are regularly having heads of subjects checking their syllabus, the way that they are delivering the courses, the exams that they're running and offering, and moderating work to make sure that we gain real benefit of working in partnership. And you can see there on the screen some of the other reasons why we commit to you, and in return we expect you to commit back to us. And as a result of that, you will be highly successful. So let's look at some of the successes. Last year, over 500 young people were studying in sixth form across BoSanVer for the upper sixth. And they have gone on to university. In fact, they're there now. They will be settled into their first term at wherever it is they've chosen to be. And that's one of the real pleasures that we get in our consortium. We advocate the best universities for you. We challenge you to go for the very best, because we know that as a result of that, you'll be set up for life. And we've got an amazing track record of entrance to the top universities in the country. You can see there the level of grades. So last year, 77% of all grades were A star, A or B, across every subject for every student. And that's pretty consistent. So every year we know what we're delivering, and you can be very certain that it doesn't matter if it's 2023 or 2024, you'll be getting a very similar opportunity. So that's an introduction to BoSanVer. I'm now going to pass over to Julie Richardson, who is the head at Verulam, and she'll be taking you through some more of the detail of what's involved.
So why join BSV? By joining BSV, you'll be accessing 3 high-quality learning environments. All 3 schools have the highest academic standards and challenge. There's an exceptional range of courses, and you'll be gaining a range of opportunities. There'll be opportunities for independent learning, opportunities beyond the classroom, and opportunities to develop skills for university and for life. So what to expect from BSV? Well, first and foremost, there are first-class facilities that you'll be able to utilise and experience. We offer a broad and varied curriculum offer, and we have a common application procedure, a common calendar, and sixth form induction programme across the 3 schools. We also have a fantastic pastoral care across all 3 schools, and provide transport should you wish to take one subject or 2 elsewhere. So what next? Well, it's really important that you consider what subjects you're passionate about and what subjects really interest you. The reality is these will be subjects that you'll be studying for the next 2 years, so it's really important that you choose wisely. Your GCSE trial examinations are coming up, and it's really important that you use the results of those to help guide you in making the right choice for your future. It's really crucial that you're also as well informed as possible. The Russell Group of Universities has created a website called Informed Choices, which contains guidance on sixth form subject choices which relate to potential future applications to their member universities. This is really important if there's a particular career path that you have in mind, so that you make the right choices for your A-levels.
Good evening, I'm Martin Atkinson, Head Teacher at Beaumont School, and I'll be talking about entry criteria into BSV. So students, in order to gain a place at BoSanVer, need to get at least an average point score of grade 4. Now, what does that mean? GCSEs are measured on a scale of 1 to 9, and you'll take a certain amount of them. So to work out an average point score, you need to add up all your GCSE scores and divide by the number that you have taken. So if you took 10 GCSEs, you'll need to divide by 10. Clearly, that average point score is going to guide you on a particular pathway, of which we have 3 to consider. And Ms. Richardson mentioned your mock examinations, and I just want to stress those again. In the past, we've had students who thought it'd be a good idea to try doing their mocks without revising and see how it goes. Let me stress, please don't do that. We don't expect you to achieve your final results in your mocks, but we do need to know that you're working along the right lines. You're on a flight path that's going to get you to the grades that you need. So let's have a look at some of those pathways. So if you score an average point score between 4 and 4.9, we would recommend and be asked to follow either, well, what we like to call a BTEC or CTEC blend. So you'd do 2 BTEC or CTEC qualifications plus an A-level. Now, the A-level, you'd need to have a 6 in that subject at GCSE in order to progress, a 7 if that's maths. But there are individual entrance criteria for each subject, which you can look up in our prospectus. It's possible also to do 2 A-levels and 1 CTEC. Just depends on how you've done. Now, a large number of students will achieve between 5 and 5.9 for their average point score. That will allow you to access 3 A-levels if that's what you were to choose to do. The proviso there is it would exclude biology, chemistry and physics because you need to follow another pathway, or a final pathway if that's the case. So as I've said already, A-level subjects, generally you need a 6 in that subject at GCSE in order to continue into A-level, or if it's a new subject, there may be a particular requirement in English or maths or science that's necessary. Maths, as I said it previously, you need a 7 in order to go on to A-level. So then, if you score an average point score of 6 or above, which is probably the majority of students across the consortium, that allows you to choose any of the 3 A-levels, including the sciences. Students sometimes ask us, is it possible to do 4 A-levels? And it certainly is possible. We would say, if you do further maths, that would be a good reason to do 4 A-levels because you don't want to narrow your field of study too much too soon. But beyond that, we wouldn't generally advise it unless you're a student who's maybe averaging maybe as high as 8 for their average point score. And then you could take 4 subjects to just keep your breadth of choice for later on at university a little bit wider. There is absolutely no necessity for that. Let's be clear, nearly all university offers are based on a 3 level 3 A-level or CTEC equivalence offer. So the 4th A-level is more if you really don't know what you want to do at university and you can cope with an enormous workload. It's a possibility to choose that. In all the cases, it's important to look at the specific entry criteria for each of the subjects that you want to study. For students who are scoring less than 4, we don't have subjects suitable for you within the consortium, but we do offer advice and guidance which will lead you to vocational courses at the local colleges. And there's some really high quality, excellent facilities in those areas, and we'd give you advice to follow one of those courses. So finally, just a range here, and I would say it's unrivaled, the amount of subjects that you could choose within BoSanVer. There really is something for everybody.
Good evening. My name's Zoe Shepherd and I'm the BoSanVer coordinator, which means that I work across the 3 sixth forms. What you can see here is our timeline for the coming months. It's important that you take the opportunity to come to the events that we organise, to have the meetings that you are invited to, and also to meet the deadlines that are set throughout the process. So we begin with this online event this evening, an opportunity for you to hear an overview of what BoSanVer has to offer as a consortium. This will be followed by your mock exams and parent consultation events. In January, each of the 3 sixth forms hosts its own Into the Sixth Form event. This is a crucial part of your journey and an opportunity to meet the staff and students and go and experience what each of the sixth forms has to offer. If you are already a student at Beaumont, Sandringham or Verulam, at this time you will also get a guidance meeting with a member of senior staff or the sixth form team to offer you further guidance and support. Our deadline for applications is the 3rd of February 2023, and that's the same deadline across all 3 schools using our common application form. Once we have your applications, we will then be in a position to make provisional offers to our students. This normally happens around March-April time. Then in May and June, you complete your GCSE exams. And the next major event for us after that is induction. In 2023, BoSanVer induction will take place on the 28th and the 29th of June. You will experience taster lessons in the subjects that you have applied for, have an opportunity to experience the wider things the sixth forms have to offer, and also meet the pastoral teams who will care for you for the next 2 years. In August, you will receive your GCSE results, and at that time we ask you to confirm your choices. Please be aware that the Friday after you receive your exam results is the date and the deadline that you must hand in the paperwork for those decisions. Then in September, you enrol and your sixth form career begins. On the screen now, you can see the dates for the sixth form evenings at each of the 3 schools. We would encourage you to attend more than one of these. You are very welcome and you'll get a feel for the 3 different schools. If you are a new student and you don't already attend Beaumont, Sandringham or Verulam, please fill in your contact details on the form that's alongside this presentation. Those details will go to me and I will be able to then send you further details about the Into the Sixth Form evenings at our 3 schools. Thank you for your time this evening. If you have any queries, please don't hesitate to get in touch. The contact details are on the flyer alongside this presentation or on the 3 schools' websites. Thank you.